Sponge filters are one of my favorite filters because they're so easy to use and that gentle flow is perfect for betta fish and baby fish. But that air pump can sometimes have that annoying hum that I can't stand. So here are 5 easy ways to silence that air pump so it won't drive you crazy. Hi, my name is Irene with Aquariumcoop, and most air pumps that you can get from your local fish store or pet store, they will work on a diaphragm. So basically that diaphragm inside vibrates back and forth. It sucks in air from the outside, and then the output over here will drive air into your fish tank. Now, unfortunately, that diaphragm over time may become noisier and noisier. Maybe the diaphragm is getting brittle and cracked or looser, so there's some ways we can work around that. Now, the first thing I would try to minimize those vibrations would be put it on some kind of soft cushion. So that might be like a folded towel, like I have here, maybe a block of foam. Some people have recommended using a mouse pad, really anything kind of soft and fairly dense so that it can contain those vibrations a little more from whatever surface it's resting on. The second thing I would check is to make sure that the air pump, and of course the cushion underneath it, are resting on a very solid surface that isn't going to move around or vibrate itself, thus amplifying the noise. So for example, one of my tanks, I've got the air pump resting on a stone counter, which is very solid. It's not going to vibrate. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, if it's still really noisy, the next thing we want to do is try to lessen any resistance that the air pump might be experiencing. Another idea would be to shorten the amount of airline tubing going from your air pump to whatever device that it's running in your aquarium. Finally, you may want to check whatever aquarium device or ornament or air stone that the air pump is connected to, because it may have gotten clogged up with debris and algae and gunk over time. So give it a good thorough cleaning. In fact, we sell these never clog air stones over here, which means you rarely have to clean them, but if you need to, it has these felt pads which are really easy to remove. You just untwist it, clean it out, and then put it back together again. Now, if your air pump isn't too heavy, try hanging it by the power cord, and that way the air pump can't touch or vibrate against anything to make more noise. So if you're up for a little DIY project, get yourself a large jar or container with a really wide opening, place the air pump inside, and then use duct tape to secure the power cable around the middle of the opening, as well as the airline tubing that needs to exit the container. Another thing to consider would be completely replacing the air pump with something smaller and quieter, like the USB Nano air pump. This thing only runs on about 1/3 a watt of power, so it's very gentle, not a lot of pressure, but it's great for running smaller tanks if you want gentle flow for getting your betta fish, shrimp, or fish fry. And then if you want to add an extra air stone into a larger tank or even an outdoor mini pond, as long as you can protect it against severe weather. If you need more pressure to drive air down into a deeper tank, then consider getting an AquaTalk air pump. This is the AP50. It has one output over here for about 20 to 50 gallons of water, versus the AP100 has 2 output lines and it can run 50 to 100 gallons. Now, because it is a little more powerful, it's of course going to be noisier than that USB Nano air pump I talked about before. Let me know down in the comments which method you use to silence your air pump, and if you're looking for a way to minimize the bubbling noise that comes from sponge filters and other aquarium decorations, check out this video over here. Make sure to enjoy nature daily, and I'll see you later.